Hey everyone, it's David and Christy from Our Haunted Lives. I'm just got really inspired by just who was on stage by Jeremy Leonard and the speech you just gave.
Yes, absolutely amazing. It was wonderful.
The things that you were covering were really exceptional, because a lot of the times when we talk about things of telling people, don't do things you don't know how to do,
Right.
or always protect yourself, you seem to cover. And
Right.
it seems very passionate about you. I really, really appreciated of when people say, oh, I have my worry stone and that's my protection and things like that. They don't really go into the deepness of how to protect themselves.
He went
before,
absolutely into detail, and it makes me kind of second guess some things that I've been doing or things I haven't been doing. That's more likely what it is that I haven't been doing. So you did an absolutely amazing job.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, if anybody knows Jeremy, you probably know him from the 28 Days Haunting. It's an absolutely fucking awesome show on Netflix. And you had a pretty big ordeal. What is we all know I don't want to give any spoilers away, but if people haven't watched it, but I watched it, and you seem to get the affected most out of everybody that was there. And you've got the protection of God. What happened?
Well, as you listened to me talk earlier, so especially when it comes to the demonic, they never lash out unless they feel really threatened.
Right.
And as a demonologist, I went in there, what I like to refer to having full authority, having control of the situation, and the entity couldn't get to me. Okay, because I was sound, I was protected. I had spiritual authority. Now they're going to do whatever they can to make you stop. Okay, especially if you're a threat. So it couldn't get to me, so I will lash out at my partner. And my partner was female, and she was very innocent. Okay, and she's never been in an environment like that, and she was truly terrified. So I basically sacrificed myself in order to protect her.
Do you regret that?
No, I don't. I don't. Even though it almost took my life, I ended up having a heart attack facing the entity at a later date. But no, I don't, because one, I'm a professional firefighter, so I'm just a protector by nature. And not only that, I knew what I was getting into as a demonologist. I knew what was there. I knew what was going on. And my thought was, I know how to protect myself better than she does.
Right.
Okay. So I decided to bite the bullet, so to speak. And the only thing that I'm not going to say I regretted it, because I don't regret what I done at all.
Yeah.
Because I did prevail in the end, even though it almost cost me my life. But I didn't take in consideration being stuck in that environment for as long as I was.
Yeah.
I mean, we were truly locked in there for 28 days.
Yeah, and he was talking about they were just eating pizza rolls. All they had was a microwave.
And peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
And ham sandwiches. I don't know if there's anything that I've done for 28 days.
It was rough, but you know what? I used to love peanut butter and jelly.
Okay.
Now you probably can't stand it.
Yeah, now I don't eat it. No. Pizza rolls neither, and I love pizza. I'll eat a pizza like a regular pizza, but pizza rolls now. I just pass
done with those. Those are off the menu from now on.
Yeah.
But the thing is too is so we both live in North Carolina, and so was it really in North Carolina? Like is a town?
It's in a town called Madison.
Okay, so it's really kind of cool, because we have been all over the state and we've never heard about it. So
it's not far from Greenville or something green.
So is it the underbelly of the town? Because when you were talking, the town didn't really want to know what was going on.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
when you think of a town like in the early 20s, that's what this town looked like. So there was no modern.
Yeah.
There's no Burger Kings. There's no nothing like that. I mean, this is old. So in most towns, you go, there's 2 or 3 blocks of these old buildings.
And
that's
like
literally
Hamlet or
like.
something like that.
Yeah, I think that their population can't be no more than a couple of thousand people.
Sure. It's not big at all.
Right.
It's about an hour and a half from my house, so I know where it is.
And you're right. The people in the town, there's a deep secret that occurred there that they didn't even put on TV. The producers wouldn't even put it on TV. That because they would have got a lot of lashback by a lot of powerful people. Because people that are, I'm just going to use the word, the occult. A lot of people think that these are teenage kids that are out and stuff, sacrificing a dog or something. And especially whenever it comes to like Satanism and stuff, you have really high power people. Like
you're talking about the Masonic
like doctors,
Lodge.
like chiefs of police, mayors, really high profile people. And
Sure.
and that's one way why how they're able to keep a tie and have these things happen, because it's all the higher
High-end
people
people.
pulling into strings.
When
Right.
So yeah, they were very careful about not revealing any of
it
that.
reminds me a lot about Point Pleasant, West Virginia,
Mhm.
where Mothman happened.
Right.
Of how once a year they have their big festival and everything's great and they embrace everything, and then after that
It's like,
everything kind of gets swept
hush.
under the rug. Like you can go to the bunkers if you want to, but we're not going to talk about it really.
But
You
the
know?
funny thing is, all they're doing is they're contradicting themselves, because when you have that festival, so
Yeah.
a covenant,
You're feeding it.
yeah, exactly, you're
Yeah.
giving
Yeah.
it life,
Right.
right?
Yeah,
Because
for real.
Right.
that's what a covenant does. So and just because it's witchcraft does not mean that it is evil, okay?
Yeah.
But a covenant, okay,
That's
they
a
are
fact.
all in a covenant. And
Right.
they usually pray or do their magic
Sure.
together.
Right.
Why? Because the power of many is more
It's a
powerful
power.
than the power of one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, same thing in a Christian standpoint. When you go to church, okay,
Mhm.
when you pray together, the power of many is more powerful.
Right.
It's
Look, to
community.
be honest with you, when it comes to church is nothing more than a ritual.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
It
exactly
is.
what.
Community.
Anytime you pray, it is a ritual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brushing your
Right.
teeth is a ritual.
Exactly. Everything we do in our life is ritualistic.
Yes.
But it goes by the intent of the practitioner on what energy is giving
Sure.
to it.
And that can be on a Christian standpoint.
Right.
That can be on a Wiccan or a witchcraft standpoint. It's the intent of the practitioner. I completely
like
agree
from
with that.
my standpoint, I am Christian. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm 100% Christian, but I'm also a very truthful person. Okay, and I will
Right.
Yeah.
tell you that is what it is. Look,
Sure.
my
Sure.
my job.
We're being interrupted right
Yeah,
now by
yeah.
the
It's
queen of the
okay.
ball
The
here.
queen of the ball here, Katie Stafford's here.
But the one thing is, I'm a very honest person, and I'm going to tell you this. That just because somebody practices like maybe they're Wicca or something, I'm not going to just like this person, not be their friend simply
Sure.
because of their belief.
So that means you're going to be
mean,
my friend?
Absolutely. Look, in my opinion, everyone is going to be judged in one way or another, but it's not
Right.
my job to judge you.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not my job to judge
Exactly.
Yeah.
you. You accept me for who I am, I will accept you for who you are.
So
It's a beautiful thing.
what are some of the things that you have coming up? I know it's a runaway hit on Netflix. You're doing Paracons and lectures and things like that.
You've got to go. I'm serious. I cannot
Please
say this
watch it.
enough.
Please
You've
watch
got
it.
to
Yeah.
watch the
Yeah,
show.
it's really
You are
incredible.
going to freak out, especially when he takes his shirt off. It's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but nevertheless that happened. And also, Ghost of Morgan City on Discovery Plus is also a great
it's
show.
really good.
Yes.
Also.
It's a good one.
I actually done that one in 2019. That was the first time I was ever fully a cast of a show.
Right.
28 days later, come separate, and hopefully there'll be a 28 days season 2 coming up. I mean,
Oh,
I think
that'd
the
be
show
awesome.
was successful enough to where that's really
I
there's
think
a good
that would
chance
be
of that
awesome.
happening. But yeah, I got a couple of Paracons that I'm coming up this year. I think I'm doing 12 of them. This is actually my second one of the year, and I
Okay.
will end it at the Warrens Paracon in Connecticut.
Good
Okay.
Paracon.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Good
big.
Paracon.
It's
We were-
really, really,
we were
really
there
great
the
up
first
there.
year.
Yes,
It's
it's
really
great.
like it.
Is there any social media sites where people can
Oh
find you?
yeah, so all right, so I teach an online demonology and spiritual warfare course. It's not expensive. I mean, it's eight. So if you take both courses, it's $100. It's 8 weeks of material. In other words, you have access to the site for 8 weeks. It's 100% online. You take it at your own pace. It's very, very, very knowledge. There's a lot of knowledge is put in there.
Okay.
Like you guys heard me talk, and on a lot of that stuff, that same information is also in the course, but
Okay.
it goes a little bit more in depth. Now, I also, so you can find more information at Jeremy, Jereme, Leonard, LeonArD.net. And you can find more information. If you decide you want to take the course, send me a message and I will send you the information to pay. And once you pay, you will immediately get access to the course.
And that is Jeremy with an E.
Yes, Jeremy with
not
an
a
E.
Y.
Not a Y.
And
Not a Y.
I also have 2 podcasts that I do. One is Jeremy Leonard, the Cajun Demonologist. It's all about demonology and spiritual warfare. There's a bunch of topics on there. Also, a lot of stuff I talk about on there as well.
Okay.
And then me and Nick Simons,
Okay.
we do a podcast called Paranormal Gumbo. And Nick Simons was
okay.
also on 28 Days Haunted. He was the one that was at Campton Grants. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah, the
yeah,
one
yeah.
up north.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that was
yeah.
called Paranormal Gumbo. Right, of course.
Paranormal Gumbo.
We're
Gotta
out from
love
Louisiana, so
Gotta love the gumbo in Louisiana.
and you can get that anywhere you get your podcast.
Okay.
Awesome.
Absolutely. That would be Apple, Stitcher, Spotify,
Anchor,
whatever.
which I think Anchor was bought out by something else.
Yeah,
Spotify,
so-
just wherever you get your podcast. podcast. It's there.
So we want to thank you for taking the time out and talking
Yes,
to us.
definitely.
We know you're going to be coming on our long form show. And
Yes,
so
coming
we're
up soon, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
They'll
we'll
probably be airing sometime in May.
Okay, great.
We'll be recording that. But Jeremy, thank you so much.
Thanks
for
having
being
me.
here. And
Thank you, my
thank
friend.
Oh, thank you,
Yes.
sweetheart.
And
All right.
we will see everybody down the road. Thanks, guys. Thank you,
Bye.
Jeremy.